With the opening of Universal Studios' $7.7 billion theme park investment just around the corner, it would appear that the company has made a big change that has annual pass holders outraged. Let's talk about the changes to annual pass holder previews for Epic Universe, now expanding access for the wider general public here on That Park Place. This is a very controversial story because, well, it's a criticism of Epic Universe, but people are legitimately upset about what has actually taken place right here. What am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about this little post right here. This from Universal Orlando Resorts, their official X account, April 29, 2025. Preview tickets to Universal's Epic Universe are now available for purchase. Don't miss the unique opportunity to take part in a special preview of Universal Orlando Resort's newest theme park before the grand opening on May 22nd. A lot of people have been pointing out that, well, those preview dates for those preview tickets were originally AP only dates, or at least that was the suggestion by Epic Universe when they originally made this announcement. I want to say, oh gosh, maybe November of 2024. Now they have basically opened this up wide to the public and is essentially an early opening, or at least that's the main contention by people online. You can see right here, day one, Epic Universe tickets now available. And as speculation Matt right here from X was saying, it looks like anyone can buy tickets for Epic Universe previews through the Universal Orlando app. I was not signed in and was able to access tickets. Yeah, not good. Now somebody rose these issues up with Universal Online, and they were saying, I was looking forward to my Passholder preview for this Friday. Now it's going to be even busier. Yes, people were like, hey, look, listen, we can get in. Maybe it's going to be just APs, people who can afford it, and it's going to be a lower capacity. Maybe not so much. Go ahead, Culture. You look like you want to say something.
I do, badly. This is an operational decision. They need to test this under a greater weight.
Indeed.
So they realized and recognized that pass holders are going to go at their leisure and when they have the opportunity. We're not quite to the holiday time of year yet. So this person needs to understand that Disney has done this in some form or fashion from time to time and allowed more people to participate in virtual queuing and things like that than they originally announced. All this happens all the time. This is an operational decision. They are trying to see where comfortable capacity is for everything and whether or not they're going to be up to snuff for the actual opening on the 22nd. So
yeah, I absolutely agree with that. I think it is very much an operational mandate by the team that is attempting to host as many as 35,000 people plus in this park, and they want to get a real sense of what a massive load might actually be like. This by Alicia Stella. I don't think the total capacity cap was changed, y'all. They just weren't selling out with pass holders and hotel guests alone, especially on weekdays. I love the low crowds too, but it's hard to stress test an empty park, as Culture was pointing out. I don't believe the cap has been raised, though. Universal indeed says this: hi there, please know that we're managing capacity and ticket inventory for Universal Epic Universe to ensure we're providing the best possible experience for our guests. Well, unfortunately, that was that fell on some deaf ears here and was no placation at all. This is Florida Life. Husband and I bought tickets for tomorrow so we can visit for the very first time. Never imagined it would be open to the general public tomorrow. Man, this is disappointing. We spent the money thinking it would be a special day without extra crowds. Oh well, we'll still enjoy. I'm so
sorry this is happening to you. I'm so sorry.
well, other people not so nice. If I knew that before I bought my annual Passholder preview ticket, I would definitely bought this before the quote good news. I planned a date to try to have the park less crowded, and now I'm pretty sure it will be crowded as at least you should give your family AP a free express pass.
The hits just keep on coming. I don't know how we're going to make it through this tragic story.
Well, will there still be capacity? Kind of bummed that this isn't just for APs and hotel guests now. I bought 4 annual passes just to get a preview ticket. I would like a refund, waiting for a response to my email. So some people,
man. All that, and they've got a some flag in their bio.
Indeed. Chris H here. Well, now I'm upset. What was the benefit of my AP preview ticket? I just have bad luck because I chose late in the booking window. This could have easily started after the AP preview period. This feels like a bait and switch, and now it's too late for me to adjust Universal. Really, somebody actually said where even harsher terminology was used. This may be class actionable, and if so, it's well deserved. Thanks for approaching your Passholders and misleading hotel guests. Disgusting, greedy move. People were very upset about all this.
We should sue because there are other people who are poorer than us in this theme park.
I went yesterday for the first time as a Passholder. I wasn't able to get in Ministry of Magic, and the worst part is I tried to all 3 times to get in to get a spot, and I went alone, and it was impossible. And the worst part is others got on more than once. How is that fair? Now that is a legitimate issue.
Wait.
That I have right here. I'm gonna come back to this even further, but Jonas, I mean, your reaction to all of this.
I'm
initially.
sorry. I just, FOMO is not a reason to complain online. I wanted to do it and now I don't get to do it. And I wanted to do it in a specific way. And I wanted there to be the tea at the exact temperature that I wanted it. And now it's not there. And we should all sue. I'm sorry. It's a theme park. This is a patience issue more than anything else. Go have your fun. Comparison is the thief of joy. Obviously, live your life in a way that you enjoy what you have. Stop looking at what other people have. Don't feel bad that others people have the same. Enjoy it. I'm just, this is the kind of attitude. Put a content creator in those shoes and you would automatically see it and say that is an entitled attitude. Guys, you need to get over yourselves and just enjoy your day. The next guy with you or near you enjoying it as much or more should not affect your time at the park.
I can see that. I can see your argument, Jonas, but I can also see maybe people under the impression that they were buying into something that wasn't going to be as packed as as they thought, right? And then things changed very, very late in the game, and now it's like, okay, well, this is a different thing now. It's I think it's an unfortunate set of circumstances that have all kind of legit, like have all kind of occurred in this kind of rapid succession that has created a situation that is unenviable, to say the least.
I understand what you're saying, but it's still going to be a low capacity day. This is still soft opening. This isn't the grand opening day.
That's a fair point.
This is a low number of people in the park, regardless of there being additional people there. Most people are not even aware that the park is open. This is still in the early adopter phase. Anybody could have bought annual passes in order to get into the previews. So I understand people's frustration, but finding out that other people are going to enjoy it too, that doesn't move the needle for me. Guys,
I'm outraged.
There you go. Marvin, you're free to disagree with me. I know you might.
I don't disagree at all. I think that it's, by doing the AP preview, I got to go a week ago, which is a week earlier than I would have been able to go with this. And I'm just happy I got to go a week before other people. Like I don't see it as a problem.
Yeah.
I wanted to go ahead and get Marvin's take on this right here, because I think this is a legitimate issue that they should solve. This whole virtual line or virtual queue for Ministry of Magic, because Battle at the Ministry has been a notoriously low capacity attraction in this preview window. These virtual queues sell out almost instantaneously, and a large part of that has to do with the fact that people can register multiple times and game the system multiple times. Now, Disney, I think, has this right in which you can only get on an attraction once, and that way the most amount of different people can ride as much as possible. Because when you have a ride like this and you only have 12-hour operations, and let's say you only have 2,000 people per hour, again, we've gone over the math. It's, I think, about 24,000 people. You want as many people as can get on, because not every single person who goes in the park is able to get on. Well, if you have now multiple people getting multiple things, that's not very good right there. Marvin, I want to go ahead and ask you here. I know you said you had some trouble with this virtual line here. Is it something that needs to be changed?
trouble is not the word. Absolute mayhem and disaster would probably be the word I would choose. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. The majority of the people that paid money to get into the park could not ride the premier attraction of that park, the biggest IP related ride that they had. There were a lot of people that were really mad and really upset. And this is why virtual queues are evil, right? Because to tell someone that you could pay money to go to this park, but you have to, have the winning combination of fast fingers and even faster internet to be able to actually get on to the biggest ride in the park. That's not good.
Well, it's interesting. I've been seeing videos after you and I talked about your experience trying to get in, and the other people saying, "Oh, I got in." The people like right next to you saying that. I'm seeing tips that are like, "Oh, well, don't choose the first or the last. You got to choose the middle options because those are less likely." And people strategizing, don't be on the park Wi-Fi, and that is a level at which it would be better if it wasn't virtual. It would be better.
Then spin counterclockwise on your right foot and touch your nose while trying to make the selection.
Well, I mean, again, that goes back to Disney's virtual queue use.
Yeah.
People literally learned that you didn't want to be on park Wi-Fi because it was too slow, and you were competing with a lot of people.
So here's one of the things.
It does sound very Harry Potter, though, the thing that you've described, Marvin.
Yeah. So here's one of the things that I found. We met a mom and daughter over at the Burning Blades, and we were like, "Oh, did you get on the thing?" She goes, "Yeah." So I actually checked at like 4:30, and the virtual queue was just miraculously open again, and I got it, and I was like, "What?" So it was 11, 3, and 6 were the drop times. People were going on random times and finding the virtual queue open.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
That's most disappointing.
Yeah, it's also not printed anywhere. It's not in the app. You have to ask the team members to find out what's going on. It's not like Disney at least will send you the thing with like, "Hey, tomorrow for your visit to the Magic Kingdom, remember that you can only get on Tron Light Cycle Run if you'd use our virtual queue system." No one knew what was going on with this. Sorry.
So one thing that it has over Disney as well is that it's not paid. It's luck of the draw, which is
not predatory.
Unfortunately bad luck. This is the kind of thing where a paper system would be better.
Legacy Fast Pass.
Yeah,
I remember
exactly. The whole idea that technology makes it better actually is a misnomer here.
I remember when Rise of Resistance initially opened at Disneyland back in January 2020, long delayed since its official opening should have coincided with the opening of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge in the summer of 2019. That's a long story. When that opened, I remember like you didn't have like a lightning lane option. It was you either get in at one drop or you don't. And if I was going to be spending hundreds of dollars on hotels and travel and all that, I was like, I need to make sure that I get this. So I mapped out the Wi-Fi according to my carrier, the 5G signal according to my carrier inside the park, saw where the best places with the strongest signal actually were, looked up and attempted to practice and all kinds of stuff in order to lead up to that day so that I would have it. But again, though, I mean, this is supposed to be a technologically advanced theme park where you shouldn't have to do this. And the fact that people can get in multiple times, I think it just really brings an experience for everybody.
That's the big thing also, Vash, is that, you can enter as many times as you want because it's
ridiculous.
My wife's ticket was not connected to her app and she was able to just do it. Like it's not like it's taking from your ticket. It's as long as you are physically in the park, you're able to enter that virtual queue. And that was when I realized, oh wow, people can just keep doing this. There's nothing stopping you. There's also nothing stopping you from trying to book it for 8 people. When you're only one person.
What's funny is back when Rise of the Resistance was on virtual queue, I remember the rush for me and my wife to try to make sure we were in there. I actually got into the system where I could select tickets, but it didn't link all of us on mine, despite me having linked it. So I could have gone on by myself. And as much of a fan of FOMO, I am not. I'm definitely not going to go on Rise of the Resistance by myself while the whole family stays
right.
Yeah. Well, and this is a larger problem. This attraction in particular is going to have the same issue that that Rise of the Resistance had. They're going to be working out the kinks for a long time, and I don't think they have enough elevators. And go ahead.
The stairs were one of the things my wife actually complained about at Epic Universe. Was there's a lot of stairs everywhere.
Yeah. The thing that I'm seeing is some kind of question about whether or not you can even cross your legs on Ministry of Magic. Apparently, there's some kind of sensor that tries to detect you, and if it detects cross legs, this is one we're gonna have to look into. Maybe I'll need Pro to spend some research money to send me into the park to check on that one myself.
I had heard you have to have both feet on the floor
Wow.
throughout the duration of the ride.
Oh, that's interesting.
Or on the floor. That's a classic Dolores Umbridge line right there.
Wait a minute. What happens if somebody has like missing appendages?
That's the question.
They can't ride.
Right there.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
They're done.
Yeah, that doesn't seem very ADA to me, but it's fine.
But culture,
I'm not laughing at that, but I'm laughing at the lack of foresight if that's the issue.
Well, but sometimes though, that is a legitimate thing on roller coasters now. You have to have all your appendages basically in place because you can't bring prosthetics, and you can't not have certain appendages on some attractions.
Yeah, that's
kind of a contentious issue right now.
Yeah, that's a restraint issue. Yeah.
Indeed.
But I, like I said, I mean, most things are built for that, you know.
Go and Shogi with $5. This is why so many people hate AP holders to parks. All they do is whine and complain.
Well, yeah, that is true. I'm not going to give the term, but there is a term that we use to describe those kinds of people. It starts with the term pass, and then you guys can just fill in the blanks.
Yes, indeed. A little bit of a hole there. Is this live with a Canadian $10? Are we blind? Deploy the likes. I say this as an AP holder of 19 years. An unfortunate number of Universal APs are some of the most entitled whiners I have ever met.
Yes. Disney
APs
are worse, but a lot of them are the same people. So
they're fine. You guys are super mean. These people feel entitled for a reason. They paid more money than you.
No, they didn't.
You don't know.
Well, one of the things that I didn't like about the Passholder preview was that the Passholders had to pay for it, but then it made sense to me because there are no passes for Epic Universe. So at least we didn't have to pay for They didn't make Passholders pay for parking. I really thought we were going to get dinged for parking, and they didn't.
Oh, that would have been tough, but hey, at least that didn't happen. Go and Shogi, member for 12 months. AP holders are upset. Someone called a ambulance. I think I can hear it coming now.
You guys, come on now. You're being super mean. Don't be big mean.
As a person who
other people can go into the theme parks.
As a person who is not in Central Florida right now, I thought about buying a pass to Universal Parks in order to get in on the AP previews. But you have to know, first of all, you have to be thinking about the outside things here. This is just a Zen thing for life. Guys, you have to accept that you're not going to be able to experience everything. You cannot let what others gain cause you to lose. It's just not a good way to live life.
Comparison is the thief of joy.
Somebody said that today.
It is
you.
It is not right to be mad that other people get to experience this park early. It is fine to be mad that you didn't get on the Harry Potter ride.
Yes, that's the line that we're drawing. Yes.
I mean, it's perfectly fine to be angry about not getting on the Harry Potter ride. That's the premier ride. Sorry. I mean, as much as I'm going to enjoy Mario Kart and the Donkey Coaster and Donkey Kong Coaster and all that stuff, I'm going to tell you right now, if I don't get on the Ministry of Magic attraction, I'm going to be hopping mad.
Especially if you pay all that money to get in there, maybe a 3-day pass, and that's your one opportunity to be at Epic Universe the whole trip. You don't get on the premiere ride? Not good. Is this live with a Canadian $5? When you buy preview tickets, it clearly states that you may not be able to get on all rides. First world problems, my friends. Indeed.
That doesn't. And some butterbeer.
Butterbeer crepes.
I don't think that's going to take away the sting.
Dan's live with the Kingdom. Member for 9 months. It's a soft opening. Why complain? It's, when you buy into something, it's a little bit different than it's like, oh, it's open for AP previews. Go ahead and register, that kind of thing. So I think that's where the discussion comes from.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.